Great to have you with us from Gerald J. Ford Stadium in Dallas. This is anything but a run-of-the-mill early season matchup, a clash of top 10 teams as these two will get their oil checked early. It's the Oklahoma Sooners and the SMU Mustangs. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
The Sooners head coach told me here in the pregame, he told me they understand every ranked matchup becomes a measuring stick when you're carrying a top 10 ranking. They got off to a strong start last week, 1-0 on the season, but that doesn't matter. He said, we will be good if we execute each and every game. Keeps talking to the players in the locker room about the sky is the limit for this team, but it will take one game at a time, and he thinks this is the team that can do it. Guys?
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. The Mustangs ready to kick it away first. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So Oklahoma's offense will have the first possession of the game. Xavier Robinson, he's one of the top runners in the sport, and certainly they'll go to him early and often.
Well, it's a program time and time again, whether it's Heisman trophies, All-Americans, first-round draft picks, it always seemed to have really good running backs. And how nice is it, David, as an offense, year in, year out, you know there's somebody you can turn around, hand the football off to, and you can get explosive plays. And I think it's no different with this offense this year based on who they've got in the backfield.
Well, and it's just kind of crazy thinking about the list of guys and how they've developed them so well over the years. And it just adds on each other. When you start walking through their facility, it's like, holy cow, he played here, and him, and him, and him. And so just having that guy at that spot, it settles everything down in an offense. And it also makes you have some swag, too, because we got a dude at the running back spot that will make plays.
Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup. Here's why this one's so much fun, guys. Early in the season, sort of a proving ground type of game for a couple of squads that believe they could win it all.
And we've heard so much in this offseason, right, about both of these teams and top 10 teams preseason. Now you get a chance to prove it. Like, now you get a chance to see who are the dudes on the squad. These are always fun early in the season, Jesse.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to find out what these teams are about because we've seen both teams beat up on weaker competition. We know they're both very talented, but let's see good against good and find out what they are.
The Sooners decide to punt it away. A low line drive and not his best work. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. So SMU's offense gets to come out for its first possession of the game. And onto the field for the first time in this one is Yannick Smith. He entered the portal and wound up here from TCU. Had over 100 yards receiving and a touchdown in their victory last time out. They'll run this play from the pistol. Pulls it fired complete. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Second and long here. The run inside. It's Green. Nice run to pick up his way for good yardage there. Third and short now. They snap it from their own 46. They go play action with Hawkins. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
And he's knocked down. They'll mark it at the 15. It's a first down in the red zone. And the Mustangs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Here comes the heat. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
And it's an ancient proverb for a reason, right? Know thyself. And what he does best is hang in the pocket and throw strikes and attack the field. It's not really running. And you can see he takes off, and the defense closes in fast. And the most important thing happens for the defense. They hit him, they get the ball out, and they force the turnover.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. To the ground. He's got it again. Turning it on. The 40. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36. The Sooners, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Sets his feet. It's Bentley. Grabbed over the middle. It's Robinson. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
Look, I know this offense didn't have the opening drive of the game they would have liked, but the defense now came away with a massive takeaway. Now you're seeing how that affects the offense. They're playing with a little bit of a pep in the step. Nice throw there, getting the first down. This offense all of a sudden looks a whole lot different than what they did the last time out.
Hand off, Robinson running left. Here's a little room there. Defense comes up with a stop, but not before he moves the chains and takes it inside the 10 to the 8. Mustangs call a timeout. It'll be their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. And the Sooners have it with a 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Flip it out to the back on the screen. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. They'll run with Robinson. They were all over it. Now 3rd and goal and tough yardage to cover here. SMU spends his 2nd timeout here. They burned a couple early, now down to just 1 timeout to work with. It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Oklahoma! Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
Michael Hawkins on the play action. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. So they'll try to make up some of that ground on 2nd down from the 16. Hawkins under pressure. Bought a little time, lets it go.
Well, this offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack 1st down. You've just thrown an incompletion, so 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. The Mustangs send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. Trying to take it back. He's got great speed. What a return there. Found a little running room and put his team in great position. The Sooners will get things going on offense as they head onto the field. They'll give it to Robinson. Already a solid start to... Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown Sooners! And they take it in for 6 more points.
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them, winning their first game, and you've seen it here in this one too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
Throwing, Hawkins. Oh, pressure's coming. They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
And the defense just gets their 4th sack of the day. And guess what? This offensive line, they gave up 4 last week too. So you need some consistency up front. Make sure you protect that QB that can make those big plays for you.
Didn't have much of a choice there but to get rid of it. And they'll get off 1 more play before the end of the quarter. Hawkins from the gun on third down. Got his man. He stopped right at the 31-yard line. That's not enough for a first down, and it'll be fourth. At the end of the period, Oklahoma has the lead. As we take a look at the stats, things a little one-sided so far. Going to need to step up to make sure this one doesn't get out of hand as the second quarter is about to get underway. And the Mustangs will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Looking for room. He's brought down, but there's also a penalty marker down. Let's see what this is about. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back. From the gun, it's Blaylock. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24. The Sooners racing to the line in the hurry-up.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Look out! He'll pull it down and run. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run. Looking downfield, it's Bentley. Caught. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. The Sooners come to the line with a new set of downs. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Third and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, 3rd and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully comfortable throwing the football, and you see why. Easy pitch, easy catch, first down.
Finds a little bit of room and finally wrestled out of bounds at the 43. And the Sooners are marching down the field.
Man, that used to just drive me nuts. I couldn't stand that. The quarterback drops back to pass, scrambles around. You got me chasing you all over the field, getting close to the sideline. Stay in bounds. Please stay in bounds. Let me get a little bit of a reward for all my running so I can just put some kind of hit on you. Nope. Steps out of bounds.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Blaylock. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. Rush right in his face. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. The Sooners will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. They really need to find a way to punch back on this drive, already down 14. They go play action with Hawkins. That's reeled in. It's Cooper. The Mustangs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Left side, it's Cooper. Makes a catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one. And the Mustangs are facing 3rd and inches. Drives inside. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down. They bring the punter onto the field now. He'll go back to work and punt it away for the second time. Catches it at the 15. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. They'll try it on the ground, running the counter. He's there to make the stop.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. 1st and 10. Hits inside. It's Blaylock. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one. The Sooners are in the hurry-up.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry-up, defense has to be ready.
Throws to the wideout. Complete to the right. And he's got the first down. Good pickup on the play there. And now we'll see what they do coming out of the 2-minute timeout. And the Sooners, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Looking for a man. It's Bentley. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the left. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. The Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. They'll throw it from the red zone. They'll run the screen. Got enough space. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. The Sooners are threatening on 1st and goal. Now the Mustangs will use their 3rd and final timeout. And that got under their skin a little bit, having to use the TO after giving up the first down. Here's 1st and goal, and a touchdown here might put this thing out of reach by halftime. They put the brakes on it. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? This time they'll throw it. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Man, I've been really impressed with this offense this first half. Coming in a hostile environment, hostile crowd. Man, they haven't given them anything to cheer about. Offense, defense, now up 20-0, and these people are eerily quiet in here.
Now a timeout called by the Sooners. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Hawkins. Taken in by Smith on the right side.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Back to throw, it's Hawkins. They're all over him. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense. Timeout, Oklahoma. That's their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. The Mustangs will punt it away on 4th down. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. They'll get this drive started from their own 45-yard line. Fresh set of downs going up top. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. And the Sooners in the hurry-up. Back to pass on 2nd down. Throws to the tight end. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make the play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Selling the fake. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go. The Sooners line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play just outside the 20. And with time running out here in the first half, this offense will choose to take a knee. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, so much to get you updated on, so let's get right to it here from the EA Sports College Football Update Desk. Let's start with Texas, taking on the number 6 team, the Ole Miss Rebels. And it's the Longhorns, able to escape with a 3-point victory. Talk about an upset. And that makes it 2 victories on the season. They're nowhere near their preseason goal, of course. So how they handle things from here will define this program. Now let's take a peek at some of the other contests around the country. Games that promise to have an impact on the standings.
The Sooners will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Mustangs offense is ready to go on the attack. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offense
makes the catch, and he's free. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Michael Hawkins on the play action. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. Now on second down. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the first down. And the Mustangs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They're going to ride this running back. Defense all over him. Long way to go on second down. Throwing, Hawkins. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. The fake wants to throw. Out wide left, it's Green. He's brought down at the 49. That is well short of the first down. The Mustangs will send out the punt unit. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Making sure there's no return on that one as the punt sails out of bounds. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. Didn't even get started. He'll be dropped for a loss of 3. And the Sooners want to crank the tempo.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Rush is on. Trying to... Oh, it's a fumble. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. And after the really good gain on 1st down, they'll try to finish it off on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. All over him immediately. This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces 3rd and goal. Hawkins. Here comes the heat. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Mustangs! Quick strike through the air for the score.
A big question mark for this offense coming into the year, guys. Who could score touchdowns? Who are going to be their biggest playmakers on offense? This guy scored in the first game. He's off to a great start in this one. With that touchdown, this guy looks like the real deal.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. They'll start on the ground with Xavier Robinson. Tackled behind the line, and he'll lose 1 on the play. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. To the air. It's Bentley. Got it in the middle. It's Robinson. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
And we've seen him do it by land, right? They've been handing him the football, and he's been finding space, making some plays, and now he does it by air. They find him, throw him the football, proving to be a dual threat. This is a guy they like to feature in this offense because he'll continue to make big plays.
Delayed handoff. It's Blaylock. Stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Tried to put a little move on him, and it didn't help much. Last play was a near disaster. Now dealing with 2nd and 13. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. And now this offense will try to figure out a way to move the chains after that 2nd down incompletion. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game. The Sooners will punt this one away. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. And it'll be down right there.
And we don't always talk about the third part of the football game, but offense, defense, special teams, this is a huge shot in the arm. Their offense has struggled all game long. You force the fumble, give them good field position. Maybe this is the spark they needed.
He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be 2nd and long. Motion from the wideout. Throwing, Hawkins. Left side is Turner. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. They're about to wear this punter out. He's already been out 4 times, staring at a 5th if they can't move the chains. Fires on the move. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force them into a 4th down. And the Mustangs will try to pin them back with the punt. That leg is staying loose, already the 5th kick of the night. Makes the catch at the 30. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. Oklahoma sends the offense out, ready to go on the attack. They'll start this drive from the 42. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on 1st down.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
We reached a quarter break with Oklahoma on top. A quick pause here to look at the numbers as they are threatening to pull away in this game. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Robinson again. Brought down.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. See some running room. Oh, he's got some space. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. The give to the back. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll throw it. Incomplete pass, and the defense comes up big, and they take over. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a
and the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop them right here. From the gun on 3rd down, Hawkins. Had it right in his hands in the middle of the field, and it trickled to the ground. It'll be 4th down. Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Going for the big play. Hauls it in easily enough for the 1st down. The Mustangs want to pick up the tempo.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Hawkins from the gun on 3rd down. Fires on the move. Active hands from the defense forcing that incomplete pass. Now wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. 4th down, Hawkins. Going for it all. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Takes it back to the 26-yard line as they come up with a big interception there. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. And that interception might well be the nail in the coffin. Offense gets the ball back, up by 2 scores. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. Timeout called here on defense, so they'll have a couple remaining in addition to the 2-minute stoppage to try to maximize time and get the football back. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. So they'll use a timeout here. 1 more remaining, and of course the 2-minute stoppage coming up as well. Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Driven back. They'll use a timeout on defense here. That's their final one. The clock stops just once more at the 2-minute mark. Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. Working the middle, it's complete. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. The Sooners are rolling down the field. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Handoff to Xavier. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
And, man, you got to like the swarm of this defense. You've got to get in the backfield, make some penetration, and realize the first guy's not going to always get that big sucker on the ground. Like, he's a big, strong dude. He's breaking tackles, but still swarming to the football, and this defense still gets a tackle for a loss.
Ton of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Here's Robinson one more time. Across the 35. Finds a crease at the 20. He got the first down and a whole lot more. Pad the stats and get the win, as this one ought to be in the books. And they don't have to go for a touchdown here with this little time left and with the lead, but they might anyway. From the red zone, it's Blaylock. Swamped immediately.
And a lot of times the fit up front, you know, linebackers are fitting holes, and that ball bounces and it's supposed to go somewhere, and sometimes it goes to a DB, and the offense will get a W. Like, they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
3rd and goal, where the fire purifies and separates contenders and pretenders. Drag down right at the line of scrimmage, and it'll be 4th down. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those are fun moments in the locker room, aren't they, Jesse? Like, everybody's doubting us. Nobody thinks we can win. It's really easy to motivate that type of squad. They played motivated. They played a little ticked off. I'm here for it. I love it. I love the excitement, the adrenaline, the emotion, and they earned a big dub today.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack.